Hey, what is up everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today in this video we're going to be unboxing the Redgear Pro Series wireless gamepad, or you can also call it as a controller. So let's get into the video right after the intro. So this is how it comes in the box, sort of like a red and black theme color. Let me just quickly read all the features which is printed on the box. So it has got integrated force feedback. This controller has dual vibration motors, illuminated ABXY keys, which means the ABXY keys will light up so that you can play easily in the dark. It also has got 2 analog triggers, 2 analog sticks, 11 digital keys. It has also got the built-in battery because this is a wireless version. This controller is also available in a wired version. It is Windows 10 compatible. You can also play this in Windows 11, I guess. It's got 10 meters of wireless connectivity range and you can play up to 10 hours on a single charge. So yeah, this is the box. So let's go ahead and open it up and we'll take a look at the controller itself. Okay, so I have cut the seal on the sides and on the front. So let's go ahead and open this up. So this is how the controller comes inside the package, and I think this is the instruction manual. Yeah, this is the instruction manual over here. It tells you how to turn on and off the controller. So to power on the controller you need to press the home button, and to power off the controller you need to press the back and the B button for 5 seconds. So the back and the B button for 5 seconds and the controller is going to turn off. And to switch between direct input and X input you need to hold the home button for about 5 seconds, and then you can switch to X input or the direct input. And for the charging, if the battery is low the lights are going to start flashing. If it is charging, the LED indicator flashes slowly. If your controller is fully charged, then all the lights will be turned off. Alright, enough reading the instruction manual. Let's go ahead and unbox the controller. So yeah, this is the controller itself. It feels pretty good. The grip is okay, I guess. And you got your triggers here, analog sticks, all your keys. So let's keep this to the side and let's see what else we got in the box. So we get the USB dongle itself. So yeah, this is the USB dongle, and here we get a small cover type thing, and this has the USB cable to charge your controller. And we also get another dongle. I think this is like if you lose the dongle, this is like a spare dongle for your controller. Let's keep it safely so that it won't get lost. And so yeah, before we turn the controller on, I will fully charge it. So here is the charging port. Let me actually remove the all right, there we go. So yeah, this is the charging port over here. You connect your charger like this, and now let's turn on the controller after I fully charge it up.
1 hour later.
So guys, I have fully charged the controller, and I want to tell you about charging, guys. So if you look at the user manual, the charging current that the Redgear controller supports is 1 amp and 2 amps. Please don't go above 2 amps as it will reduce your battery life very quickly. If you use any charger above 2 amps, your controller will charge fast, but your battery will degrade very quickly. So yeah, please do not go above 2 amps. Alright, so now we take the dongle and then we connect it to the USB port in your PC. So I'm going to do that. Alright, now the dongle is connected to the PC. Now you need to go ahead and press the home button on your controller to turn on the controller. And as you can see, the controller is turned on, and actually the keys are actually illuminating. I think you can see it. Oh yes, you can see it. So if the second and fourth LED is turned on, this means that the controller is in X input mode. And if you want to change to direct input, you need to press and hold the home button for 5 seconds. And as you can see, the controller got disconnected and it will get reconnected again. And now you can see the first and the third LED are turned on. This means that the controller is in direct input. Let's change it back to X input because that is the Xbox input. So I'm going to hold the home button for 5 seconds. And as you can see, the controller got reconnected and now the controller is now in X input. And to turn off the controller, you need to hold the back button and the B button. Hold it for 5 seconds until you see the lights turn off, the ABXY light and the bottom light. So now the controller is turned off. To turn it back on again, you just need to press the home button. And the controller will immediately connect to the dongle. And guys, if you head over to the Redgear website, you will see that there is a driver for this Redgear Pro series gamepad. You need to download this driver if you use the direct input mode in the controller. So yeah, you need to download this driver if you are using direct input mode in your controller. If you are using X input, you don't need any driver, it's just plug and play. Alright, so let's talk about the controller itself. So the controller feels sturdy, and about the grip, I think the grip is okay, I guess, but it gets the job done. So yeah, it's very sturdy and the grip is okay. And here you got your analog sticks, and here you also get your analog triggers. And the nice thing about this trigger is if you press this slightly, if you are playing any racing game, and if you press this slightly down, the car will move slowly forward. So you can, it's like you have the full acceleration control of the car in your hands. So yeah, you can control the acceleration. I'm going to show you in the game. And yeah, you got your analog sticks, your D-pad, your ABXY keys, turbo, back, home and start. When you're in X input mode, if you press the home button once, the Xbox game bar is going to open. But if you don't want to use game bar, you can of course close it in the Windows settings. So now let's jump into a game, and I'll show you about the triggers. So yeah, what I was talking about the analog triggers is that, so right now as you can see, let me turn on the car. Okay, so now keep your eye on the trigger. So now I'm going to press the trigger slightly down, and the car is going to start to accelerate very slowly. See, now if I press it a little bit hard, or wait, there's a car in front of us, let me quickly search for a straight line. Okay, I think this is perfect. Alright, now as I said, I'm going to press the trigger down slowly, and you will see that the car will start to accelerate slowly. See, the car is accelerating slowly. Now if I press it a little bit more, the car speed is also going to increase a little bit more. As you can see, the acceleration. Now if I fully press it down, it's going to accelerate fully. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, at least I survived. So yeah, that's about the triggers. And the triggers also feel like they're all what do you say, they're all nice and loose and no friction in the triggers. And the same works for the braking also. So the lower you press it down, the harder the brake works in your car. And this LB is to change the camera. And also yeah, the buttons are very clicky. As you can see, they are very clicky. And the left analog stick is to turn your car. As you can see the wheels are turning. And the right analog stick is to change the camera angle. So yeah, that you probably would be knowing it. So yeah guys, this is about the controller. It's working pretty good, and also the vibration is also pretty good. You get dual vibration motors in this. So I think it's actually pretty good for the price you're getting. And talking about the price, this controller is actually 1300 here in India. And for this price point, I think you are actually getting pretty good features and stuff, like the dual vibration motors, the analog triggers, and also the ABXY keys is illuminating so that you can play easily even in the dark. And you also get this turbo button that is to rapidly if you press the turbo button and you press any of the ABXY key buttons, it will assign that button as a burst. So when you press and hold the button, your PC takes it as you are pressing in a burst mode. So that way I think it is a good thing to have that feature if you are playing shooting games. So yeah, that is it for this video guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.